What's up? This is the One Peak Podcast. I'm Shrey.
Gabriel.
And on this channel, we talk about things like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, among other things.
Okay.
So, Gabe, you already know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Superman sneak preview just dropped.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? The thing about the Superman trailer that I didn't like, that,
Okay.
he's bleeding out, was that it was just... Every single member of the cast said they wanted it to make this Superman hopeful.
Okay, yeah.
So that my thing was, in the first trailer, and
Yeah.
first impressions are important.
Yeah.
Why would you show the first shot of the trailer him bleeding?
Mhm.
Because that's the trailer, but this is the movie.
Mhm.
So it's fine if he's bleeding as long as the movie's hopeful, And I actually really like this preview because, although he started off bleeding and all that, which isn't a good way to introduce a hopeful Superman.
Yeah.
I really liked it, first of all, because of the CGI. It looked amazing.
Mhm.
Like the robots, they almost look like, what's the word? What's the thing? What's the opposite of CGI? Am I dumb?
No, I know this. Wait.
Okay, I'm forgetting the word, but the robots almost looked real. Like, you know what I mean? The CGI was so good. The Fortress of Solitude was believable.
Mhm.
The robots looked real. They were funny. They had personality.
Yeah.
It just...
It felt alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a time where everything is trying to be not comic booky, and, the MCU is changing
Yeah.
everything. The costumes are different. The villains are different. This feels so comic booky in, like, a refreshing way. Almost like the Tobey Spider-Man movies, the Ang Lee Hulk. Just very colorful, very comic booky.
Okay.
So I really like that, you know what I mean? Especially because of how terrible the Snyderverse was, where everything had to be serious.
Mhm.
I really like that they are going for hopeful.
Yeah.
They are going for comic booky. So I think it's going to be great. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. I like the saturation of the colors, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of people were complaining about, like, color grading. And I'm not going to lie, it looked a little weird in the trailer, but here it looks really good,
What's the
really
difference-
colorful.
What's the difference between here, the trailer and,
I don't know. I couldn't even... There were just some shots in the trailer that just looked weird. You know what I mean? But in this sneak preview, it just looked good. You know what I mean? The CGI was good.
I think, I think it's the fact because it was, like, uncut. So it's, like, it was, like, more just there. Like, the scenes were longer, so it's, like, we get to see more how things move around. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
No, but, dude,
the
I'm
color
telling
is
you.
really nice, yeah.
Superman,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be... You know what? This is something else to talk about.
Wait, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Do you think Superman is going to be better, and as the role of the first DCU movie, is going to be better than the Iron Man?
But you know
Or
what?
like Iron Man.
I was going to talk about that. I don't even think this needs to be great. I don't even think this needs to be a great movie. I saw this in the video.
I'm asking like which one's going to be better?
Better, like, as a film?
It's actually a good question. Either it could be as a film or let's say as a film, yeah.
Better than Iron Man.
I think that's easy though. I mean, Iron Man, it isn't a bad movie.
It's not easy. Iron Man is one of the best MCU movies.
Yeah, but I feel like
But you know what? Compared to some of the really amazing MCU movies, do I think Superman can be better? I mean, look, this could be one of the most invested in DCU movies, from the stakes, from the care that James is putting into it. So this could be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know what? I was going to talk about this. I don't even think Superman needs to be a great movie. I think it needs to be a great experience. You know what I mean? Kind of like No Way Home. Like, rewatching No Way Home now, it doesn't hold up like it did in the theaters. Because in the theaters, everyone was going crazy. Andrew, Toby, and everyone was like, holy shit. But see, here, what this movie needs to do is when people go to the movies to watch it, they need to be blown away.
Yeah.
You know what? They don't even need to be... This doesn't need to be a masterpiece, but people need to feel, lifted up. They need to look up after they get out the movie. It needs to be like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It needs to be... It really needs...
to capture whatever they're trying to say.
Yeah. So this movie needs to be an experience. You know what I mean? This should...
It's like this is bigger than just Superman. It's introducing us to like a new
universe,
possibly the new MCU of the next 2 decades.
No, that's true.
If not longer.
I hope it goes on for a long time.
Oh my god! Imagine what if I don't want to think about just comparing the DCU and the MCU and just things dropping. It's crazy. I mean, imagine in the next 2 or 3 years we're gonna be saying bro, imagine that that film schedule where it's this month is this month there's a new DC and Marvel movie dropping. We don't know which one's gonna be better, but we're gonna watch both of them.